This content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no
a
one.
second.
No.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching SeptumSin vs. the World. I'm SeptumSin. Today, I'm going to show you my portable game collection. So I have two portable systems. I'm not counting the Switch because I do count that as a main console, and I do tend to I actually play it a lot more on the actual TV than I do undocked. The ones I tend to take on trips with me are two systems, the DS and the Vita. So we're going to start with the Vita, which I have here on this little device to lock it in, which is really nice. The Vita itself is pretty small. I do love this machine. It is really cool. Let me see if I can show what it looks like booted up. As you can see, I've been playing some Final Fantasy IV on it. Really good games, really excellent stuff. I don't have much of a physical library for it. I have a heck of a digital library because there's a lot of PS1 titles I wanted on it and a couple of PS2 titles. But I did get a nice little physical library for some games. And no loose ones, just these actually ones in box. So first off, I got World of Final Fantasy off a clearance bin. I'm not sure whether I'm going to play this one or whether I'm going to play the version that's sitting on the, because I do have it on one of the regular consoles. It's probably going to look better on the regular console. I'm not going to lie on that. But for those of you who want to know what they look like, this is the little Vita discs. They're very small, but they kind of fit into the game like that. Then I also got this Uncharted game because I've heard that Uncharted Golden Abyss is a really good game. And it plays really well on the system. I have not played a single Uncharted game. I have all of them, including the side story one. But it's one of those things. It's like, well, my vision of time is much bigger than what I actually can do. Also, Silent Hill Book of Memories. I played on this. This game sucks. It's a roguelike. And I don't really care as much for roguelikes, though I try. I love Silent Hill. This is probably the worst Silent Hill game. One of the ones I have not beaten. I have not beaten this one. I haven't beaten Origins. I haven't beaten Downpour. And I haven't beaten the family one, or whatever that was, the 5th game in the series. I have them, I don't know. Because I got them on hardware that they can run on. Like I think I've got a PS3 to run Downpour. I've got the other one on my Xbox. So I think I've got the PS2 version of the other one, but I also have another version that works, so I can play it on one of the systems. So this here is of course Persona 4 Golden. Up until fairly recently, this was the reason to buy a Vita. It's supposed to be extremely good. I've got it on Steam when they finally put it out on the computer. Maybe I'll play it. But for the longest time, it was just on the PlayStation Vita. I've heard a lot of good things. I've yet to beat a Persona game. I played the third one a good ways. But I have a hard time with the monster system. Of course, I got this Metal Gear Solid collection with 2 and 3 on it. It's really cool playing 2 and 3. Metal Gear is on a small handheld device. Of course, now it's not as big a thing. Same thing with Disgaea. I have Disgaea 4 and Disgaea 3, both on this system. I got them on other systems now. I've got this on PlayStation 3, which I don't know. I'd rather play them again. I'd rather play them on larger hardware. The grind-heavy nature of the games has kept me from beating them past second game, because then my time kind of went. So makes the games a lot harder to check out. And then, of course, finally, the last game I bought, matter of fact, was the Batman Blackgate. I heard that it's another one of the Batman games. It's another Batman Origins game. I really like the Batman series, Batman Origins, and this one, and then the third game are the ones I haven't beaten. I've been trying a slow playthrough of the original trilogy. Then I'm going to try and get Origins up online. I think I've got it on Xbox, so I'll probably play it that way. And then once I've finished that one, I'll probably end up finally breaking this open. Those Arkham games are amazing. This other one, I'd show this loaded up, but my 3DS hasn't seen power for ages. That will change. So we're going to start with the loose ones, and then we'll move on to the others. Now, I really like my my 3DSs. I do like it. I think it's a cool system. I just have a hard time playing any long games on it, but I got a bunch of long games on it because it's the only way you can play it. I'm hoping they will make adaptations for a mainstream system. But let's talk about a few. The great thing about the 3DS is that it plays DS games as well. So the first one is Sands of Destruction, which I got on sale. It's a nice little RPG. I watched the anime. I like the anime. So like, yeah, I'll check this out. I gotta see how it goes. This is the Golden Sun game that came on the DS. Dark Dawn. I've yet to play or beat a Golden Sun game. I have several on emulation, and I have this one here on official hardware. One of these days I will play it. Same thing with the Bravery Default games. If I can hold on to it. I got the Bravery Default. And I got Bravery Second. I do not have Bravery Default 2, but I want to play these and beat them first. Then I have Dragon Quest 9. You'll see a lot of Dragon Quest here. Dragon Quest 6 and Dragon Quest 4. All of them were redone, fancier graphics. They look good. I really do want to check them out. I just don't know when. So let's get started with those in the cases. Now some of these I ended up inheriting from my grandmother when she passed, because I was the only one with the DS. Which is odd. They took the DS, which was an original model DS, so it didn't bother me. But they didn't want the games. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with this. Some basic games. 100 all-time favorites. You got some pool. You got all these little things. You got Sudoku. It's just kind of a fun little all-in-one little game thing. Poker, solitaire. Again, something fun for you to keep your mind active. And Brain Age, again, another one of those puzzle ones. She loved to try and keep herself sharp with these puzzle games. But that's the thing with this. The DS was a great system, much like the Wii. It was a huge success because people of all ages, old, young, they all had something on the DS. And Colors Cross, which is a Picross. I'm not a big Picross fan. I'm trying to see what that is. It's rattling around here. Ah, extra stylus. Not exactly sure why they need another stylus in here, but it is what it is. And her manual is loose. There we go. See, I myself do have a stylus in here. If I can find it, there it is. Nope, is that it? Yeah, that's it. See, stylus. So I can put the pink one in, I guess. Then we got Final Fantasy Tactics A2. So they had 2 Final Fantasy Tactics games one on the Game Boy Advance and one on the DS. I need to finish the one on the Advance first, but I am very curious about it. I did get it in the box, which is good. Then, of course, another one of her games, Margot's Word Brain. So sort of like a kind of a Scrabble type thing, I guess. Speaking of Scrabble. Alright, do I have... that's it. That's all the games from her on that. Then I got this, because this was the only way to play it without play Mario 64 without emulation, which sucked at the time, or without the original hardware, which also sucked to get and do. If I was just a gaming person, yes, I would have all the original hardware because I'd be a gamer. It would just be a gaming thing. These would probably be games. I would have a bunch of like systems sitting here with a couple of monitors and TVs going. But no, I'm more of a movie person, so a lot of the original hardware is just no. I mean, I gotta limit my systems. I got a lot of them as it is. I do have the Switch. I do have these 2 portables. I do have an original modded Xbox. I have the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, and I got a PlayStation 3, and I have a PlayStation 2 in storage if I need it. It's also Dragon Quest V, Dragon Quest VII, Dragon Quest 8, feeling light, yeah, it's because no manual. And this allows me, with those Dragon Quests, I actually have 4 through 9 all on this system, which I will play it on probably eventually. After I have gone through my replay of Final Fantasy IV, because I've beaten Final Fantasy IV, but just not the after story one. So once I've done that on this, which so I'm playing it on this right now, once I'm done with that, then I'm probably gonna wait until they do the Pixel Perfect release of 3. I just don't like the 3D version of 3 they released. And then I will probably start working on some Dragon Quest before I get into some of the more modern ones, because after I've done that, every other Final Fantasy I need to beat is going to be on the big TV. I only got 1 I can play on the big TV now, except for the original 3, which I did beat 2 on the big TV, by the way. So the next one is the Zelda game A Link Between Worlds. I really want to get Spirit Tracks. I want to get the ones that were on the DS, but at least I got this one that's on the 3DS. I've heard it's amazing. I also do have the Ocarina of Time 3D upgrade. I do need to get Majora's Mask port. Goes like way overpriced, but I just never liked the game. I'm going to admit. I got this, where the remake of the second Metroid game. I also have the second Metroid game as a digital on the system. And then Pokemon Omega Ruby. You know, it's funny, I have this, and I've never had I just don't want to play them. But one of these days I will play these, and we'll see how it goes. I will play them one day. I have yet to beat a Pokemon game. Then, of course, there's this RPG Maker Fez, which I have thought about doing. I just like RPG Maker stuff. I like playing it, so I did download the free one so you can play other people's stuff. But I want to try it. It looks like it's a good system to build RPGs on. and one of the best fighters on the system. Smash Bros. 3DS. It's almost as good as, from what I've heard, as the Wii U version, which is great because I never got a Wii U. I thought it was a waste of money. So, which I know you Nintendo fans are like, boo! But, you know, I mean, I have limited time. So, though Smash Bros. Ultimate is great, this one was the go-to Smash experience for me for a while until I got the Switch. Tales of the Abyss, reformatted for the 3DS, I've heard is not as good as the PS2 version. I love the PS2 version. It's one of the few Tales games I've beaten. It's a wonderful game, great story, lovely characters, well worth having. And then finally, Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. This one I don't really need as much because I've got it on I've got it on the Switch now. Something about 3D RPGs I just don't like playing a lot of on the smaller systems. I like seeing the world in front of me. But still, I have quite a few of these. I hope you've enjoyed that. Stay tuned and come back when I hit my Xbox collection. But we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.